Okay, so we're gonna talk about how we first kind of started to watch Marvel movies and everything. We first got together. 'Cause I had never really seen any.
When I first met her in 2015.
Oh my god. Okay, he showed me Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's about this kid. He gets kidnapped from Earth when his mom dies.
Everybody knows what Guardians.
Everybody doesn't know what Guardians of the Galaxy is. Some people haven't seen it. Anyway, he meets a band of misfits and they form a team. And then what else? You showed me Ant-Man, Iron Man. We watched all the Spider-Man together. But I saw the one with Tobey Maguire before I met you, but I never saw the one with Andrew Garfield, which is the best one.
I think that came out while we were dating, though. We saw that together for the first time.
No.
No Way Home?
No. It's Tom Holland.
Yeah, I'm saying like that. We saw that when we met, though, like together for the first time, right? That came out like way after we were dating.
I don't remember what year that came out, but I think it was like a year or two after. But it was after,
Yeah, we saw part one together. No,
because
I
the
think
first
that
one
part
was
one
Homecoming.
was out already.
I don't think part one was out
Where's
for
your
like at
phone?
least a year or two. But yeah, when I saw Iron Man, that was it for me. I knew I wanted to see everything else. I really loved Iron Man, especially when he was like at the end when the guy told him, I don't remember his name, but he told him like, don't tell them that you're Iron Man when he went to do the interview, like just kind of lie.
Yeah, we saw it together the first time.
Oh yeah, 2017. It was like 2 years after. But yeah, he started to kind of lie, and then he just looked up and he's like, "Oh, I am Iron Man." Like, I loved that. And when I saw,
And then I
Andrew
fell
Garfield's-
asleep on the scene, though.
You were up. You fell asleep on Andrew Garfield's
Oh, and Gwen.
Spider-Man when Gwen died, and you woke up to me bawling, crying. Oh my God, Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. I don't care what anybody says. He went through the most too.
I like them all the same because I feel like I like grew up with all of them. Like I saw Toby's 3 in theaters, and then like it got canceled or whatever. He didn't come back for 4, so then I was excited when they introduced Andrew Garfield, and then saw like his first 2 in theaters, and they introduced Tom. So I like witnessed like all of them in theaters and everything.
I never saw them in theaters. I didn't really get to watch Marvel stuff growing up. My brother did, so I saw Toby's, but I only saw the first one, and I didn't see all of it until we started dating. And then after I saw Toby's, like his were good. They're all good in their own right. Like they all have their own special way that they play Spider-Man. But Andrew is still my favorite. He's the best one. He's like the most personal Spider-Man to me, the personable one, and like he's super funny. He's such a goof. He really is nerdy. He really is like smart and into his books. He's a lot like Toby. Like I feel like Tom's Spider-Man is more like cool. Like he's just kinda he has this aura about him to like even though he's dorky, he's
That's
really
what
cool.
some people didn't like about Andrews. They thought he was too cool
I did
when
not.
they first showed him, because
When
he
Flash
like
broke Andrew's skateboard not over his head. I think he broke it on the table, but even that, like, there's so many moments that just like, even though he has that cool aura, it's just like, damn, that sucks. And he's always going through those things. Even when he discovered his powers, like people were messing with him. He was taking a nap on the subway, and they're pouring water on his head, like messing with him. And he jumped to the ceiling and got stuck and was freaking out. And then he touched the girl's shirt, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to take my hand off you," and like rips off her shirt. Like, come on. Why is everyone always messing?
That's true.
But I love him.
I was rewatching it, and I was like, how Vulture realized that Peter was Spider-Man. the when the Green Goblin sees him with Gwen, he like double takes and he like realizes that he's Peter because she's with Gwen. Like, why would Gwen just be there with Spider Man? He like connects it and he's like, oh, I get it. It's like when you said Spider Man couldn't help, you meant like you couldn't help. Like he realized it was like Peter Parker too.
I love that.
That reminded me of like the Vulture scene when he realized like, oh, you're never anywhere where Spider Man is. Like this guy's Spider Man.
They gotta be better lies. He could have gotten out of that so easy, like we were talking
His girl
about
threw
last
him under the
time.
bus so hard though. If she wasn't there, he probably could have got out of it.
Even when she said
'Cause
like,
he-
"Oh, like you weren't at the like Kaufman in the elevator," he could have said like, "I got stuck in the crowd. Like everybody was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. I was looking
That's
for
what he
you
basically
guys."
said though. Like he was outside, like on the floor, which he wasn't. But he was gonna say he was in the elevator, but he looked at her and was like, "Dang, I can't even lie about this right now because
Oh
she's here."
yeah, we should rewatch that. But yeah, where were we?
No, you were kind of naming all the movies we saw and got distracted with Spider Man. Because I brung it up. No Way Home was so cool seeing them
So
all
good.
together.
We haven't watched that in a long time. We should watch that.
We have that
Well, let's watch.
one.
Okay, then we went to the theaters. He took me to the theaters for the first time, and he showed me Ant-Man.
No, it was Guardians, Ant Man,
I think it was Iron Man and everything
Then
first.
you saw Thor.
Thor,
And then
yeah.
I was like, these all got part 2s and 3s. And you were like, what? I was like, yeah. There's like 20 movies or something. I think at that time there was like 13 or like 12.
There were a couple, and then you showed me DC things too, so I kind of saw everything. Like I saw the Supermans. I have to think harder about DC because we only watched that stuff once.
When it's like, their stuff always seems so out of order and like it doesn't connect to.
Yeah.
It's like harder to think about.
No, it does.
Kind of.
A little bit. DC's just kind of been behind Marvel, I think, universally.
I'm excited for the new one. James Gunn's like
I'm
DC
so
Universe.
excited for that. But then he showed me Ant-Man, and Ant-Man is such a good movie. The first one, we're not talking about Quantumania, but the first Ant-Man was, every single part of it was so good. Like when he got stuck in the quantum realm, and you could like hear his daughter's
And-
voice echoing,
oh,
and you really
part one.
think
That
he's
was
gonna
so
get
cool.
stuck in there, and like you hear Hank's voice telling him like, "Oh yeah, nobody gets out of the quantum realm," and you're thinking about his wife and everything. And Ant-Man gets out, and Hank's like, "How did you get out?" Like,
I'm still mad Ant-Man doesn't have powers to
not yet.
change at will like in the comics. There is a comic like that.
I feel like when Agatha goes to get Wanda and wakes her up, Wanda's gonna freak out and she's gonna activate. Because
Oh, if she
remember in the
does get
comics,
her.
she takes away all the mutant powers, but she's gonna activate everybody's powers. I think because even
That would be
Kamala,
a cool way to, because in the comics, those people like Kamala, they're called Inhumans, and they get their powers by like, they get a cocoon goes over their bodies, and they have to like be in the cocoon. It's like they're being reborn, and they're born with their powers. So that I can see Marvel like changing that, and like you said, Scarlet maybe like gives everybody their powers, like puts them in cocoons, and they like come out reborn with their powers that like they had, but she awakened them.
I feel like because remember in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, when she cocooned herself and all that light came out.
Yeah.
Like it spread out and then the building collapsed and like it closed.
Oh yeah.
I
We
think
didn't
that
see
she's-
her cocoon herself, but
I
everybody.
think that she is cocooned in there. And I think when Agatha wakes her up, that light's gonna come out again, but it's gonna get bigger. Like the madder she gets. And I think that's gonna activate.
Like she does her like reality power on the whole
Yeah,
world.
like she's gonna
instead
freak
of the
out.
town.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty wild.
Right.
That would make sense. Like, why are they bringing Agatha back? Like, maybe she's gonna have to help them break this spell on like the whole world or
Yeah.
something. Like, meet the Avengers or somebody.
Oh my god, that would
And
be
they're
so
gonna
cool.
need like magic help.
Her, Doctor Strange.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
he's doing
he is
something,
magic too. Well, obviously, but like,
They'll need
I
all
just
of
didn't
their
think
help.
of him meeting Agatha.
No, that's gonna be so cool. And then
They didn't even show him fight Wanda really. Like, I wonder if he could hold his own.
I don't think so.
Oh no, he did fight Wanda at the end of the movie when he was using the dead body. And he had all
Oh,
those
yeah.
demons helping him.
But that wasn't
Gotta
even
rewatch
really
that.
him. Wasn't he like?
He did the dream walking and took
Yeah.
control of the
I don't
the
think Doctor
Doctor
Strange
Strange.
has the confidence personally to
To-
fight Wanda,
I
especially
think
if
he
they go
does.
more into his backstory.
If anything, I think he would be like overconfident because he's like cocky like Tony.
But I think he knows his limits too, and I think he's kind of scared of her. There's a lot of
Maybe.
magic that he like either hasn't had access to or hasn't had multiple experiences with, and I think he just has like
He has like photographic memory. He could probably like
yeah.
learn her stuff. Like if he saw it one
Maybe.
time.
But she's
or
also
attempted.
super strong. Like people underestimate Wanda
No,
so
she's
bad,
like
but
the
she's a Nexus
strongest.
being. She's one of the strongest. She is, yeah, the strongest being in this universe. So I don't know. I'm so excited to see that. And then what else did we see after Ant-Man?
Oh, you
Deadpool?
said Iron Man, and we saw Thor.
Thor, Iron Man. I'm trying to remember Thor.
Deadpool
It's been
came
so
out, but
long.
like a little while after. We saw Deadpool 1 in theaters together.
Yeah.
That's so crazy because like way before I met you, I saw that like video everyone talks about on YouTube that Ryan Reynolds leaked. It was like test footage, and it was like literally a scene that was in the movie. But I remember seeing that like, damn, this is awesome. Like, blah.
I remember seeing the trailer for Deadpool because Deadpool was released a little bit after we met. We met in September.
Oh, it came out for around
No,
Valentine's
July,
Day.
yeah, but it came out like next year, Valentine's Day. So it came out in February, and
So
I
we
was
saw
like
that
kind of
as
watching
the
everything.
first day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd never seen Deadpool before. So when we went there, literally the scene where he was like, "Oh, I know what you're thinking, ladies. Like my boyfriend said this was a like romantic movie, and I just turned this guy into a just boss." And that's literally what I was thinking. Like he said, this wasn't gonna be like bloody, and I didn't know anything about Deadpool at that point, so that caught me completely off guard. Like how bloody it was and how like graphic it was, but it was still like so cool. One of my favorite, one of my favorite Marvel movies. And then after Deadpool, I don't remember what we saw. After
Well, like
Deadpool.
you were in order, like I
No,
was
I don't
saying,
remember
you saw
the
like
order. I'm just
the Thor movies.
oh yeah.
Let me think real quick. It was Thor. Well, I'm just pretty sure we saw Guardians 2 in theaters and stuff.
Yeah.
You saw Thor 1, Thor 2. We saw Thor 3 in theaters. I'm missing somebody like in between there. Obviously,
Yeah.
the Avengers, Age of Ultron, we
Oh
saw
my
in theater.
We saw Age of Ultron. I thought we saw that at home.
No, we saw that in theater.
What?
Age of Ultron.
That's wild.
Yeah. And we saw Civil War in theater.
Yeah,
We
I
only
love
missed like the
Civil
newer
War.
movies after Obito was born. So
Yeah.
we saw like
Everything.
on our son was born, we couldn't go to the movies as much anymore.
Oh
We
my
still
God.
saw like Thor 4 in theaters and Doctor Strange in theater.
Yeah,
but we didn't
saw not Homecoming. No Way Home.
Did we see that in theater?
We had to go separately.
I
'cause
wasn't
that was
sure. I thought
after.
so.
We went separately, and I don't think we ever went together.
I think we did go together. You went once on your own, and then I
Yeah.
think we went together.
Okay, yeah. But Thor, I'm trying to remember Thor because it was so long ago.
Thor
That's
4.
when he sent him to Earth. Obviously, he like
Oh,
nobody
yeah, it
could
was
pick
so
up his
good.
hammer. Everybody was trying. He was trying to go get it. Why couldn't he get his hammer?
Because he wasn't worthy anymore.
Oh yeah, damn. Okay, so it was stuck. And then Loki
That's when
came
he
to Earth.
put the spell to you
Or
had to be
something.
worthy to pick up the hammer.
Yeah. Damn, that's when he met Jane. He took her back to Asgard.
Nah, that was on part 2,
Okay.
and they were mad she was there. The
So
dad.
what's part one where the one where he fought the like big like robot thing at the end of the movie?
Yeah,
I always mixed up part
it
one
has
to
a
part
name.
two.
Oh dang, something with a D. I don't know.
The way he sent Thor to Earth, like why didn't he just do that with what's the sister's name? Hela?
I guess she was more dangerous. She was like
She would have just
in a
killed
dormant
everybody.
sleep thing. They didn't even show us where she was. She came out of like a portal and just was like there. Maybe she was on another
She was
planet.
in prison. They didn't show us, but like
No, yeah, but the prison could have just been like a planet, like how
that's
Thor was
true.
on a planet.
Yeah.
Maybe she was like exiled on a planet without her powers. Because as soon as the dad died, she got all her powers back.
Damn, yeah, the second.
Literally.
And
right
why do
after.
parents do that? Rose did the same thing. I know that's like different genres, but Rose didn't tell Steven a thing.
Oh yeah.
Like no warning. Like even the video, she could have like whispered at the end, like, "Yo, Steven, Jasper might show up.
They coming for you,
am
son.
actually a gem myself."
So listen, there's these things called diamonds.
Yeah, those.
They're gonna
watch
be
out
really
for them.
mad.
But this is what you can do.
They're gonna send their planes and their in the shapes of hands and legs.
You're not me, so don't struggle with that. I'd separate. Like she could have explained all that. Thor's dad could have did the same thing, but no, they'll figure it out when they got it. Like, why do parents do that?
Because like they really think their plan was good and they had it like figured or on lock. Like, oh, this won't go wrong.
Ain't no way.
And then the last second, they like, oh, I forgot I might die one day. Like you thought you were immortal, and then they're like, oh, I gotta tell you something now.
Nah, too late, bro. He didn't even tell them. Did he? Did he?
He told them when he was dying.
Oh no.
They
too
found
late.
him, and Thor was super pissed. They thought
we had
he
to
had
find
like dementia or something, and he was like, "Nah, I'm fine. I'm dying, but your sister's gonna show up now."
We have to rewatch that. That was crazy.
He warned them, and then she came right after.
We need to rewatch everything.
She whooped Loki's butt too.
Everybody
Didn't she
does.
stab him with his own knives
Yeah,
and knocked him out the portal first,
I feel like Loki.
out of the Biofrost? And he's the one who called it,
Yeah.
and Thor was like, "No," because he didn't want her to get back to Asgard. That's what made her even stronger.
Man,
She already whooped them off of Asgard. I didn't even realize, and then on Asgard,
she was
she's
even stronger.
way stronger.
Yeah, not prepared whatsoever. That's crazy. But yeah, Thor 1 was pretty good. I liked it. It was alright,
was
but
good.
I think I liked the second one better. I always mix them up and like get the details.
Dude, a lot of people didn't like too. That's the one where
That's
like,
not where it's- oh, sorry.
yeah, like the evil elves, and that introduces the reality stone. It's like the
I like
red
that
liquid.
one. Yeah.
I liked it too, but a lot of people didn't like it.
I don't know why.
Right? It
And
was
then
good.
Fantastic
I
Four,
liked
we
it
just
better
saw
than part
those.
1 too. Thor 2.
Yeah, it was way better.
Oh yeah, I just showed her Fantastic Four
Those were so good.
2004.
I'll never
2007.
understand why people didn't like those. Those
I
were
did not
really
like
good.
them when I first saw them, but rewatching them, they were so good. They were better than like movies that came out today.
Yeah.
Like some of the hero
Even
movies.
the like CGI and everything.
So
was
cool.
So good. The Silver Surfer.
They were better than Ant-Man 3.
Oh, Quantumania was so. I don't know what's
So
going on with
bad.
writing lately, but I feel like it's a common theme where like the plot is so good and there's so much potential, but when it comes to the words that they write down, like even the "don't be a dick" sign, like it could have easily been like, "You've been in here for how long? Like fighting for somebody else. Like the whole reason you got stuck in here was because you wanted to be in charge. You wanted to be a boss. You wanted to be bigger, and you're here working for this asshole." Like,
Oh God,
Sorry.
sorry. Would ruin our video.
no, but yeah, you're in here working for like this guy or whatever, still being an underling. Like you got trapped in here for no reason, and like that could have been his motivation to help them or get out of there or even reflect. But she was literally like, "Oh yeah, just don't be a D word," and like runs off and walks away, and that's
That
it.
was so
I
dumb.
was so excited for
That was like
movie
one of
for
the worst
years.
parts of the whole movie. That
killed
one
it for
scene
me.
alone.
That's when I gave up. Like the beginning of the movie had so much potential. Like even the little funny part, like when they called him Spider-Man and nobody really knew who he was, and he had the podcast, and that's how the world
Man, he
found
wasn't
out.
dumb. He wouldn't just be like, "Oh, what? Don't
Yeah.
be a D." Like he was always a jerk
Always.
when he was a normal guy. Like, whatever.
Ugh. It's just the writing. Like I don't know what's going on. Like sometimes I guess they just phone it in, or maybe they're like maybe somebody will ad lib or.
A lot of people were upset and don't like the movie because Ant beat Kang, but I don't think they realized like Ant-Man. I forgot his name. What's the dad's name?
Hank.
Hank got stuck in another part of the quantum realm. Not even him, his ants did. Got stuck in another part of the quantum realm where the ants like evolved like thousands of years faster. So they were like basically like more intellectual than like humans, are basically the same. They literally had like ships rolling in and like lasers on their backs and like ants are like 100 times stronger than humans.
I didn't even remember
So at
that
like
part.
full size, they were probably like thousands of times stronger than like Kang physically and stuff.
People underestimate animal strengths. Like back in the whatever medieval times, they would use ants as torture devices,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
ants can.
They showed that in that movie I was telling you about. I was telling her about Apocalypse Now. And they do a demonstration of that. They used to use ants for like stitches, and they have
Oh,
the
yeah.
ant like bites your wound closed because they can bite that hard, and
Yeah.
then they like wiggle its head off, and it stays like use the heads for stitches.
No, it's oh god. No, but ants are incredibly strong. Like a lot of people don't have that knowledge about animals unless they seek it out themselves. So they see it in a movie and they're like, "There's no way an ant could do that or lift that." And like, yeah, ants work in colonies. They can carry thousands of pounds together. Like that's
That's
basic
so crazy.
knowledge to me.
Yeah, that's when they get like 10 of them and lift up something like
Yeah,
humongous.
no
Like to them, it's
problem.
like so heavy, and they can do it.
Oh my god. But no, like that's really cool that like that's how they defeated them. I didn't remember that part. And I don't even think Quantumanium counts. I feel like they're gonna make that not canon because of everything that happened with Kang.
So like,
And that's crazy, like that actors get in trouble and like whatever, obviously they're written off, but like then they just erase the whole character instead of recasting him. Like Kang was such a big part.
I've been hearing like they could have just took him away too, because they were saying like apparently all the stuff leaked that was gonna happen,
Oh,
and like that storyline wasn't gonna be good or whatever.
jeez. No,
That
that's,
might be part of it too. Why they like, oh, let's get rid of it.
well, they might as well just say it's
I'm
not
hoping
canon.
like they recast him or do bring him in to like end that storyline.
Yeah, wrap it up.
And if they're gonna introduce Doom and he's supposed to be the big bad, like, they should show him come in and like vaporize the whole Council of Kings
Oh
or
my
something,
god, like offer it.
and that could be like his introduction or
Jesus.
something.
Yeah, like you think Canes are gonna come and like Ant-Man's freaking out, like, oh
Like
my
they-
god, like this is what he warned me
Yeah.
about. Like what do I do? And then Doom just stands up and like they're all gone. And,
Like they've been building up Kang, and you just
Yeah.
have Doom come in and
Out of
vaporize them all.
which I'm so excited about Robert Downey Jr. being
Right? I did not
now
hate
that
that.
we've
I was
seen
hyped about that.
Fantastic Four. Like
I wasn't
like
hyped,
that,
but I didn't hate it. I was like, okay, that's cool.
I didn't really care at first. Like, I was just kind of like they killed Ant-Man's character off or whatever, so it was weird to like see him again.
Everyone says they're like desperate or it's a cheap thing, but I think
don't
it's
think
cool
so.
because it's literally like in the comics, like
Yeah.
another Tony is doing.
A lot of people don't know about the comments, and then I think they just go based off other people's comments. And like, yeah, I agree with you, and like
Yeah.
they never like obviously you don't know. Like I wonder what they would say if you're like, oh yeah, I guess in the comics makes sense. But I
some
think it's
people
gonna
know,
be a good
and
dude.
they still didn't like it. I guess.
It'll be fine. It's
No
Robert
way.
Downey Jr. He played a black man. He can play
People are
two.
like, have Robert Downey Jr. play Black Panther as the black guy from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
I am the
Oh my
dude
God.
playing the dude playing another dude. And people have been like leaving super funny comments because like the diversity stuff. They were like, "Oh, Ryan Gosling as Black Panther," and then like someone black for like the white guy. They were like, "Oh, Jordan, the guy you like, Michael Jordan, the one who played the Black Panther's cousin, the bad kid."
Oh,
I could not remember his.
Michael something.
Michael B. Jordan. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, Michael B. Jordan for Captain America.
Huh? Damn, Captain America's another one. That movie was pretty good. It was alright.
Oh yeah, you like that. The ending's so sad when he like crashes the plane. It's like, oh, I have to write you a rain check for that dance. It's like, oh, don't step on my toes. And then it like stops while he's talking, cuts off.
That was oh my god.
I have to write you a rain check, baby.
Then
It
when
was
he's
so
like, in
cool.
credits.
I was rewatching it, and there's a scene where like I like completely forgot how long the scene was. I haven't seen it in so long. Like since I showed it to you all those years ago. And he like the bad guy takes a kid as a hostage and throws him in the water, and I'm like, oh, not one of these stupid scenes. He's gonna have to stop and save the kid. And he like looks over, and the kid's like, oh, go get him. I can swim.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, oh, that's so cool. Like you never really see movies do that.
No, for real. Like,
I
I'm
forgot
cool.
about that.
I can't. Not me. I can't swim. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience.
I was thinking like, what if a shark grabbed him? Like,
Don't say that. Oh my god.
No, he was fine though. They showed him later, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Living in Tampa, I just think all waters are dangerous, but there's a lot of places where it's like not that bad.
Oh, I would always just assume, unless it's super clear water like that, and even then, like stingrays can match like the dirt, the sand on the
Bro, we're
bottom of
just
the.
too
That's why they
paranoid.
do the feet shuffle thing.
Oh my god.
Did I tell you about it at the beach one time?
Bro,
That's why, because like stingrays blend with the floor. They blend in with sand.
they got Steve.
Oh,
Every
yeah,
time I
that's
hear
crazy.
about a Steve Gray, oh my god.
That's so crazy. That's like crazier. They have the video and they like never released it.
But no, it's not. It doesn't.
No, I know, but like that's crazy.
Yeah.
They like saw it happen.
Oh, don't even. You're making me cry. Gotta lay out some food for Steve on Dia de las Muertes. Get his picture.
Muertes.
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 Muertes. See, I told you I had the nuts. Oh, what's one more movie we can talk about?
Oh yeah, this long video.
um,
Oh my god.
trying to think. What's your favorite Marvel movie so far that
Me.
you've seen? Yeah,
Like new or in general?
in
Like
general,
a
like
top 3 or something.
yeah,
In general or new?
it doesn't anything.
Oh, cause I like a lot of them. I like Blade, of course. That's one of my like first ones I saw when I was little, and I like scared the crap out of me. It was probably like one of the most violent movies I seen. That is around the time I started seeing scary movies too. Like I saw Blade, then I saw Halloween around the same time, and Halloween like petrified me for forever.
Not doing that to
I
my baby.
always thought there was a man in my closet after seeing Halloween for like the longest time.
You can't show Obito that for a long
That was
time.
my monster I always thought was in the closet, Michael Myers. I probably saw Chucky first though when I was even younger. Or I knew about him but didn't see the movie. Someone had the doll and it looked so scary and they would scare all the kids with it. But
I
anyways,
saw
back
Chucky.
to Marvel. I like Blade. I like Winter Soldier when he first fights Bucky again and he doesn't know it's Bucky yet till they like fight again and he rips the mask off. I love that movie. The like choreography and action is so good.
Yeah.
And I guess like the first Avengers movie was amazing. I showed that to Philip when we were like still close, and he's like, "Oh, I don't like these type of hero movies, blah blah blah." I was like, "Nah, this is cool. This is like all the heroes together, like after their solo movies already." And he watched it. I like fell asleep while watching it because I spent the night at his house. And he's like, wakes me up. He's like, "Ruben, this movie is awesome." Like I thought he was being sarcastic, and he was so serious. Like, what'd you say this is called? I'm like, "This is the Avengers." He's like, "I gotta watch the other ones now." And he like got into it and like watched all the other ones.
Those are your top three.
I guess, yeah. But I like so many of them. That's probably not my top 3, but it's what I like remember right now.
Yeah.
What's your like top 3?
Civil War. It's like my favorite. It was
Oh,
crazy
yeah,
to see
you
them
do
like
love that one.
separate and have
Starting
discourse,
to like
and then
break apart.
when Bucky and Captain America gave Iron Man the works, like to see him
That
like
was crazy.
scared. Like that's the first time in so long that I've seen Iron Man. Like he kind of didn't know what to do. He was like kind of looking like,
He thought
what do I do? Like
Cap was gonna kill him low key.
yeah, and they were coming from both ends. So Civil War,
He was
And
mad. He
then
killed his
I-
mommy.
yeah, it was not his fault, but understandably. Damn.
After
Oh,
like
wait.
seeing, sorry, fucking Winter Soldier, Bucky says he remembers all of them, and he like does remember all of them. I was watching like a clip from that one again, Civil War, and when Iron Man tells him like, "Oh, do you even know their names?" And he's like, "I remember all of them." He really does
He
remember
really
all of
does.
them.
I love Bucky.
Like Falcon and Winter Soldier showed that.
He
more.
helped me like change and like look at things differently, and God. But Endgame is
yeah.
one of my favorite. Like seeing everybody come together, like when
Endgame
Sam
or
came
Infinity
out.
War? Oh, Endgame, yeah.
Yeah.
When they all came back.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, on your left, Lost
Oh,
it
yeah.
right there. That was it for me. Like I think I was pregnant. I think I was.
Oh, excuse me.
Lost it. And then I don't know. It's kind of the same as you. Like everything's all over the place, but I really like Kamala Khan. I know that's not like a movie, but I love
No,
like
she's so cool.
seeing that geeky, nerdy, ethnic. Like I know that's like a common
They like
term, but
say that's not her power yet, like all the way, like
yeah,
it hasn't manifested all the way or something.
yeah.
So we're probably gonna see her like
Mhm.
evolve or whatever, adapt more, I guess.
No, but I just love her. I just love her personality. She
Ah.
makes me feel okay to be like dorky and like make mistakes. And then even her parents are like so authentic. Like when they went to space with her
Yeah.
in the movie, and they're like, "Oh, she can only go in."
Oh,
That's
was
gonna
cool.
be us.
I like that.
He could go to space,
'Cause
but I'm
she's
going
young.
to.
She's, like, younger than Peter
Like,
right now.
Yeah, like that's.
I was gonna say because like people are mad they didn't make her like stretchy, but her light stretches.
Yeah.
But light can like, I think manipulate color or whatever. I was gonna say that'd be cool if they like make her end up being able to like look stretchy
Oh yeah.
because like her
Like
when her
bend
power
her
does
light.
manifest all the way, it just looks like her skin color or something.
Oh my god, no,
and
that
she
would be
does
so
look
cool.
stretchy.
I know what you mean. I'm so excited for more Kamala Khan. I've been waiting for a season. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. I think it's 3.
Come on, oh,
Yeah.
well, for what season 2?
I think it's season 3.
2.
2?
She had the
Oh.
movie.
Okay,
The
yeah.
show
I was
and the
like,
movie.
okay, no. More Kamala.
Oh, you know who I forgot about? I was watching clips and it's so awesome. I forgot Moon Knight.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
oh my gosh, I forgot how cool he
Oh.
was. It was like when the goofy guy first puts on the suit, he's falling and the thing's like, put on the suit, put on the suit. And he like slams into a pipe and lands and he's like, arm is like shaking and he falls down.
Moon Knight affected me personally. You know how like my relationship is obviously,
Oh, yeah.
and like, bro, like seeing the abuse of characters is like so cool. I know that's not the term that you should use, but I always kind of wanted to see that because it happens. Like some kids are
Oh
abused,
my god, yeah,
and
he
like
was
to
abused
see that
by
from
his mom.
in
That's
child
what made the
perspectives,
personalities. I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
it really does implement
Oh my
psychological
god, because
output.
he got his brother killed.
And I don't even think
And
that
she
was his
like
fault.
pissed about it. Yeah. And
Yeah.
when, like when he was getting beat, he would switch to the other kid.
It just shows you that like parents can hate
And
you, and you
then-
come up with ways to deal with it.
He was so traumatized. He even made like a third personality that like he
He
doesn't
didn't even know about.
about.
Yeah, like that's subconscious. Like that's so cool from a therapeutic standpoint. Like it is subconscious. Like you have parts of you that you don't even know about, or you suppress so deeply that like you wake up like, oh no, I wasn't me. I didn't say that. I didn't do that. And like, yeah, you did. You just don't know
Yeah.
that you did.
All right. Well, we'll be back on here again another time.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
What? It's what?
that's it.
Oh, okay.